Let me tell you something. Shedeur being blackballed. It's a clear message going around the NFL that we don't want you or your daddy around here. This is the real reason why nobody want to pick Deion Sanders' son, Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur Sanders accomplished a lot during his collegiate career. He did it with no offensive line, he did it with no running back, and he did it on a subpar team. Arguably, Shedeur Sanders is one of the best college quarterbacks in the NCAA right now. Well, good talent will always take you places that bad character can't keep you. Shedeur Sanders' problems didn't come from throwing the ball. Shedeur Sanders' problems came from refusing to work out at the NFL Combine. Then he flunked in them NFL interviews when they were trying to talk to him to see where his head was at. Then he told teams not to draft him if they wasn't ready to change their organization and change their culture. Well, guess what? This not a collusion. These NFL teams just don't want him because he expects to run the organization from day one, then play for the organization. Shedeur Sanders has two major issues: his daddy and his mouth. Deion Sanders publicly came out and said his son won't be playing for certain NFL teams. He also said he intends to expose NFL coaches that call his son entitled and not that good of a player. So that's a major problem that we seen LeVar Ball had with them ball boys, in which LeVar Ball has been silenced over the past few years in the NBA. Since then, he just lost a leg. Matter of fact, it's getting worse than that. But the other problem with Shedeur Sanders is his cocky arrogance. The NFL don't really like flashy players because it sends the wrong message to the owner's children. And if you pay close attention to Cam Ward, which was the #1 pick, when he walked up, he ain't had no jewelry, he ain't had no arrogance, he didn't have nothing but a humble gratitude spirit with tears. They didn't pay attention to his teammate, Travis Hunter, which was the second NFL draft pick. No jewelry, no arrogance, just humble and gratefulness, appreciating the moment. Now, on the other hand, Shedeur Sanders had this $1 million set up at his house. He had a room full of money sign. He had all the celebrities. I even seen Young Dolph's son around Shedeur Sanders. And the NFL team owners saw that and humbled him on the players' biggest night. Colonel Sanders of Kentucky Fried Chicken might get drafted for Shedeur Sanders. Even Bernie Sanders might hear his name called for Deion's son name get called. Shedeur might be going to the CFL, or he just might be getting drafted by goddamn Indeed. Cause you know it's bad when the president of the United States tell the NFL owners that they stupid for not drafting Deion's son. Trump don't even like the NFL, but the message was clear: nobody is bigger than the program. This Shedeur Sanders situation could turn into a Colin Kaepernick situation for a franchise, and the NFL don't want that. Everybody on the internet claiming racism and complaining about Shedeur Sanders not being drafted. But they threatening to boycott the NFL league, and that might be the exact reason why teams don't want no part of Shedeur Sanders or his father. Shedeur Sanders and Deion Sanders have become bigger than his field value. Now, instead of celebrating the large number of successful black men getting drafted into the NFL, the entire focus has been on one player, Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur trade value, trade expectations was bigger than Travis Hunter. Now imagine him as a backup quarterback behind somebody that's struggling in the early part of the season. The black community gonna drive the NFL franchise insane. Now you gotta put that with the fact that the NFL losing their fans drastically already, even after bringing a puppet named Jay-Z in to control that substance. They still can't recover from that Colin Kaepernick boycott. But I also predict that they gonna do this to Deion Sanders in Colorado. They gonna humble him. And guess who gonna be behind that? The same coach that retired when Deion arrived at college football, Nick Satan. Nick Saban got a private organization, and he very big, and he gonna put some calls in to do him just like they did his kid. Think about what I'm saying. See, y'all gotta remember, these NFL team owners, they in an Illuminati group, and they all are joined forces to eliminate you. If you're gonna be a problem or a threat to their organization, they will blackball you. They did it to Antonio Brown at the height of his career, kicked him out the league. Now he done went crazy. They did it to Terrell Owens too. They'll do it to anybody. They don't care how good you is. They'll get your ass out the league, because every year is new talent, younger and more humble, coming into the NFL that got the same talent you got with a different kind of character. And the craziest part is, when they do this, you don't even know who to blame, because besides Jerry Jones, no NFL team owner wants fame. Think about what I'm saying. Now the NFL is making a big example, and they doing it to Deion and his son on the world's biggest stage. Y'all pay attention to this, and y'all future NFL players that's watching me that's in college right now, stay humble. Look at what's going on with Deion Sanders, a Hall of Fame player. Matter of fact, Deion Sanders is a once-in-a-lifetime player. Look what's going on between him and his son in the NFL right now. Nobody bigger than the program. Y'all comment below. Do y'all think this racism by the NFL, or do y'all think it's a clear message? Now, I'm being unbiased because I understand how business works. Business is business. It's nothing personal. But this situation seems a lot like a phone call went around and say, nobody draft him. We finna teach him a lesson since he think he bigger than the program. But y'all comment y'all thoughts below, man, because it's a sad situation. Because I see what Shedeur was trying to do by talk like your daddy, flash like your daddy, but you ain't your daddy, boy. You see what LeBron James' son going through? And LeBron James' son humbler than you. You gotta humble yourself till you get there. Now let this be a lesson that Tom Brady was the 199th pick, and he went on to be the greatest quarterback that the NFL ever seen. Won 7 Super Bowls, and we'll never see a Tom Brady ever in our lifetime. But y'all comment y'all thoughts. Y'all make sure y'all like this video. Y'all make sure y'all share this video, baby. We the business.
That's the plan. If that's not what you're trying to do, don't get me. If you ain't trying to change the franchise or the culture, don't get me. So you should know history repeats itself over and over and over. And I've done it over and over and over. So it should be no question why an NFL franchise should pick me.